and negating the sanguine.
Alrighty. Sup, guys? We're here with top 4. So, there we go.
An imperm on the Casper effect.
So we've got Muskets versus...
Kind of low-key
Eldlich.
going for John. I assume Daniel's playing the Synchro version, but
Yeah, we haven't seen it yet, but I assume the same thing. Muskets is pretty interesting.
Yeah. Is it Muskets, Eldlich, or is it just pure Musket? I don't know. I never put anything past John. Normally he just plays Infernoids every time.
Yeah, that's what I thought he'd be playing too.
I saw like an Infernoid in the top 32 qualified, and I was like, yeah, that has to be John. He's like, no, he's the Musket guy. It's Musket beatdown. Go. That's weird. And you could have used the Golden Land Trap to block, but I mean, it's got 18 attack, right? Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he has a hand trap in hand or something. He wants to make Needle Fiber next turn.
Oh, I see. Yeah, because it's in the same column as a Kid Brave, so he would have got to draw.
Oh, right.
He got to draw anyway, but now he has to do it in end phase.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, let's see if he can draw his way out of it. Could be in a lot of trouble if John has cross domination.
You know, Souls is really strong though. If he just drops a tuner at this point.
So he's got Soul in the
far.
Synchro build as well.
Yeah. So the idea is if you open this and Jet, like your combo just goes so far. Like plays through Nibiru and stuff.
Got a tuner. No.
Oh, here we
And
go.
cross dom has been used. Do you really cross dom the draw one? I mean, he only sent one spell and trap, right?
Yeah, maybe he's just putting on having nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, I can understand, like, you know, your opponent is playing, like, not doing much, and you don't want him to get anything, but realistically, like...
Yeah, he might have jumped the gun there a bit.
Yeah, like, if he gets the Needle Fiber, then he gets to do things anyway, regardless of how many cards he has.
Yeah, well, here we go. We'll get to see what kind of extra deck he's playing, I guess. So there's 4 or 5 different lines you could take.
So that's so silly. It's like, do you want to draw 4 Savage Librarian? Do you want to draw 2 VFD?
Yeah.
Desperado. There it is. Yes.
There we go.
Pop that Needle Fiber. Draw 2.
Kid Brave.
Could make another Needle Fiber if it wasn't once per turn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what do you do though? Do you make Herald? Because then you force the battle phase with Herald, or I mean, you could tribute off for Grebo.
It depends if he has a way to extend through this and maybe summon another card. He can then make Auradon.
It's highly unlikely though.
Barricade, but I don't know. It depends what he has, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, like, he's struggling to do anything in general, so...
Yeah, it's not looking good.
No, it's not looking good. When your opponent only has a 1600 and a 1200 attacking dude. Reminds me of Magispectors. They have like really low attack, but their spells and traps.
Just right, like and they just, the
hell really play.
Annoying. Oh, here we go. So he's going to Herald pass. Yep, so, get the Sanguine, set up
you have to Herald here. It's just an extra negation plus force the battle phase.
Yeah, well, that's it. Nothing too crazy is going to happen. Oh,
Pot of Desires. Go ahead, play that. Play that Sanguine in Doc's column. Man, this is such a punishing matchup.
Yeah.
Let's
Just
see
think
why
about it
top
now. It
4.
makes sense, right? Like, you're just going to have to constantly be activating your cards over and over again, so you just keep giving them cards.
What does this one do?
Hmm.
Special from your hand? Oh, the call by. But you didn't put. Why didn't you put the call by in Casper's column? Could have got an ad.
Hmm.
I don't know. It probably doesn't really matter. I think this should
Yeah.
be it. Like,
It's also possible he doesn't have many targets left in his deck as well.
I highly doubt Muskets has no targets. I mean, even after desires, but because he can add monsters too. Like, he just adds anything. He probably just knows it's over and he just wants to
Yeah.
speed it up. Like, there's no need. I can get my last stand back off the dock and yeah. What does Crooked Crown do?
I think it just summons a musket monster from the hand, and then the zone you summon it into becomes unusable for the opponent. The column or something. Or the monster zone opposite it.
Oh, yes, that cannot be used until the end of this turn. It's interesting. So what are you going to side against Muskets if you're Daniel? Like, it seemed like standard side deck. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, John just like has to normal summon once, and the rest of his cards are in his hand. I mean,
maybe lightning storms. I don't know.
yeah, like you get rid of the monster. That's
Yeah.
valid. But I mean, Cyclone isn't too bad to stop recursion.
Yeah,
But
yeah, for sure. I could see Cyclone coming in.
I guess you just have to go first and hope for combo. I mean, if he goes a VFD line, I don't think like Muskets really care about VFD to be honest. Like, sure, it stops him from like Casperine in his turn.
Yeah, yeah, or
Then as
just
soon as
put some
VFD
on
wears
like,
off,
what
it's like,
did you
oh,
draw
fuck
to
them.
protect yourself? If they can last that turn and come back, should be fine. Well, here, so starting with the Cursed Eldland, pretty strong.
Yeah,
Oh,
but there's an Ash off
wow.
him. And sets one and passes.
That
Oh,
is a
another bad
shocker.
start for Daniel. And a Casper opening.
Oh, wow. Casper
Upstart.
Upstart.
Casper upstart the combo.
The combo.
Yes. Get to draw and plus. Ah, Baylid. That's fair. Now we make a max because he's got 2 spells and traps. I think that means you get to special summon, right?
Yeah, you know, so this is the craziest card in the deck. You can either add spells and traps or special summon monsters. Okay, so
I
yeah,
know,
he's
like you can get so much advantage off max. It's just one musket dude.
yeah. No, this is definitely like I said, the craziest card in this deck. Like they became a lot better when this card came out.
Oh yes. So we get to pay 800 again, but this time we're going to get Desperadoed. However, he gets to send a Golden Land or Lord.
Oh, so we're going to see Hoquero hit the graveyard.
I'm not sure if you like. I don't know if you would want to Desperado the Elder Land at this point. He's already got Lord access. I mean, all he's going to do is add one, but I guess he gets to set Sanguine in the end phase now rather than set a Conquistador. It's kind of like,
Maybe
which
it's
one do
just
you think's
thinking
worse?
long term as well. He just doesn't want his opponent to be able to get that one card every single turn. So maybe deal with it now as opposed to having to deal with it later.
Yeah, I can understand that. I mean, but there's also like, yeah, this problem, like
Aha!
any tuner, and then here we go. Ah,
Oh,
cross dom.
cross domination.
Better negate that.
Okay, so this
But
is
now we can
a
go into Odon because O-line
pretty
token
tight
is a
spot.
machine.
Probably
Well, I
just
don't
going to
know,
send a
like,
Savage Dragon here.
Yeah, I think you just go Savage beat, and then like you can if
Maybe that
negating
just
Musket
gets you there.
spells and traps is pretty solid.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, just a straight Savage it seems, and he gets Sanguine and Huaquero. Can never pronounce that card.
Yeah. Hakwero?
Huaquero. I think the H is silent. I don't
Or
know.
Hakero?
I don't. I don't know. Oh, I love that combo. You send the monster that's
Ah,
attached to the
yes.
savage to bring back the lord because he just needs the monster to get the counters and doesn't care what happens to the monster. The monster just gives him extra attack.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it's now like there
Yes.
aren't really any musket cards with more than 3,000 attack anyway. So
Oh, I think the highest is the level 8 guy, and I don't think anyone plays that card.
right, so there is a level 8 one. Makes sense.
Yeah, I think that their boss monster, their so-called boss monster. Yeah, yeah. Well, it's not looking good for John here. I mean,
No,
he's
no.
got
It just all of a
he's
sudden the
got a
tables really have turned, haven't they?
yeah, they really did. It's got like a negate, and I didn't get to
Big.
see. I wasn't paying attention to what he said.
I believe he would have said, yeah, a land
Yeah,
and probably another
yeah,
sanguine off of the mana
yes,
chateau. There we go. So we're going to go to game
that's it.
three.
So now, do you go first as Musket? So you're gonna summon one. You don't set. So it's just
Yeah,
gonna
I
be more
think
hand
that deck
traps. You
really
reckon?
wants to go second. I'm not sure what the
Yeah,
game plan is.
last time I played against it is when there was like free instant fusion and free mind control, and it really wanted to go second, but then those two went to one, and then I was like, do you really want to risk your opponent comboing?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I suppose
Especially
it
when
depends
like
what combo you think they're going to make, right? Like, maybe you
yeah,
can
like if
deal
you,
with the Borreload and the Herald, but you probably can't deal with the VFD. So,
I think it might be the other way around here. I mean, you can deal with the VFD, but you can't deal with the other one because like VFD doesn't turn off the fact that you can activate them from your hand. It just turns off them activating in terms of like adding or less
right.
recursion. But like having actually negating the card itself prevents the musket from seeing it on the field.
Do they play a lot of
Yeah,
cards
it's pretty
like
good.
Impermanence and I suppose their cross domination is kind of like Chalice.
Yeah, exactly. I think like they need to go first now because you two of your key cards like Desperado and Cross Domination, but
Uh-huh.
like you have to have a musket for that.
So what we've seen here is Starfire set one pass. So it's very interesting.
I think that yeah, it's pretty standard, and like muskets don't really want to set at all, to be honest, because like
Okay, so we've seen the impermanence here onto the Starfire.
and a
Oh,
tuning.
tuning. Very, very strong start.
John doesn't have an ash for the tuning, but I guess you wouldn't ash the tuning. I don't think. I think you're
Probably
best
not. No,
off.
you probably want
No.
to either ash the needle fiber or wait for the Auradon.
Yeah, I think you ash Owadon now.
Yeah,
Just
that's what
because.
people seem to be doing for sure. The only thing is you do get punished by letting them draw with formula sometimes, but like
Yeah, that's the
ultimately you've
thing.
got a better chance of stopping them, so it's probably correct.
That's another thing of like wondering what line they can take because some people are dropping formula and link cross because it's just not needed. They'd rather play Celine with access code for Vela.
Okay, yeah, that's very interesting. Yeah, I could see that.
So
I
you
was
just sort of
actually
like
talking about
you
this the
take
other
the
day.
risk.
All right, yeah, so we've got the classic Despot needle fiber.
Yes. Standard needle fiber combos. Never
Yep.
seen this before. Oh, he's got link
I
cross.
have a feeling we won't be seeing this for too much longer.
I don't know. Depends how well the product is selling in Konami,
Yeah,
but who
that's
knows?
true. Etco only just dropped in America.
Yeah, Eternity Code just came out, yeah, in America. So, but that Needle Fiber wasn't in there, obviously. So that's
No,
why
no, but you've
you
got Link
wouldn't see
Cross
Link
in
Cross
there.
get banned.
Yeah.
See an Auradon. So he's going He's left the level 1 token, so this would probably be the Savage Librarian line. Maybe into a Zolkin / Crystal Wing.
Yeah, I suppose we'll see what.
Yeah.
Oh no, I suppose we won't
Oh,
see what happens.
drops of rock. Nibiru says hello.
Yeah, another crazy card.
Nibiru is needed
Yeah,
if you wanna devoid the game of something like Max C, you need something like Nibiru. The
yeah.
game's just
I
getting
think
too
it
stupid,
does what it does very well.
and it's really hard to stop as well.
Yeah, well,
Unlike
we will eventually get cross out, so that might be a problem.
yes, crossout will change the game. But then again, if we get crossout and fiber gets banned, then maybe you won't see Nibiru played as much. Who knows?
Yeah, something to think about.
So there's going to just be a couple of elixirs set in the end phase after Nibiru stopping the combo line, which is fair enough.
Yep, and then we're going to see White Destiny set. Very interesting.
Yep. I just think, yeah, you want to set the Destiny because you don't want two Sanguines
Oh,
because you can't play two
Cosmic
in the same
Cyclone.
turn. So, like, you can Sanguine out the Lord. If the Lord dies, you can White Destiny the Lord back.
Yes, well, I think he's just punished him there with the Cosmic Cyclone, but.
Yes, the set Cyclone,
Or
but
maybe he
not a
has nothing
no
as well, though,
Musket.
so. Oh,
No Musket from John. Plain risky. Where does he go from here? Does he have another tuner?
yeah,
Two
that's the
fiber,
question.
two
Does he have the
Odon?
tuner? Or does he play the second fiber?
I think a lot of people do, just because of all the hate for it. So
Yeah, for sure. Oh,
yeah,
well, there's the
absolutely.
tuner.
Well, this could be a Savage Dragon. I mean, it's a 3 and a
That's
5.
true.
Yeah,
Yep, there we go.
may as well. And then you're stronger now than Ibiru. What could the back row be though?
Hmm.
Didn't line it up with a column, so you can't think imperm. Maybe
No,
could be a
maybe.
cyclone. No.
I'm thinking it's either just a bluff, like maybe it's a musket spell or something. He can't actually do anything with, but.
Yeah, it's possible. Let's see. Finally gonna get Lord access.
Well, yeah, no, this is. Peaks is in a very good position.
Once you have like something that can negate activations against muskets, then the musket deck really struggles. Negating activation is the key. They don't care if you negate the effect, it's just if you negate the activation.
Right, yeah, just turning off those effects to add more
Yeah.
cards. And
With Sanguine set in the end phase, what can John pull out of his hat? Man, Musket deck was really scary with free instant fusion, free mind control.
yeah, no, for sure. It's just.
Oh, like bowl sword spam.
Ooh. So
Going
he's
for
going to
Max.
go into Max?
Yes, is this be negated? You have to negate this somehow, yeah. Savage
Yeah, I
Dragon.
believe so. Ooh.
Cross Storm. I think that was a top deck, but no, maybe the dock. So he gets to summon 5 guys from his deck.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god. The,
Here we go.
the game has turned around. Max
this has
resolving
really
for
turned out to be a
5.
really exciting game.
Max gets 5. He's even
Oh
playing
my god.
wild
He's playing extra targets for it.
just for all the different names. I think wild is it's a emerald. You put 3 back, draw 1. Gotta move them
Wow.
around. Now you have access. You have so many options now. Like,
Yeah,
is it
and these cards have
Felix?
like no restrictions either. They don't lock you into any kind of monster or anything like that.
Yeah, exactly. They're just all once per turn. So, I mean,
Crazy.
so why did Odon go?
Um, hmm.
Oh, the other side. The effect is negated by custom, so it loses the
Right,
ability to
right.
equip the monster, which means he should only get 4 monsters then, because it resolved backwards. So he would be negated, lose his equip, and then go down to 4 back row instead of 5. So he should have to put a monster back, but
4.
whether they pick up on it or not.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully they pick up on it, but hmm.
I don't want to like message them and interrupt the game.
Nah, nah. Yeah, exactly. Uh, hmm. I'm just thinking, like, where do you think he goes from here? Do you think he's maybe going to start link climbing?
Well, got a card in his hand. He can go into Phoenix and draw a card, but I I think he really wants to pull off Wild to draw another card as well if he can for a bit of like the cycle, but he can dock for custom. He's put Casper in the Sangreen column, but I feel like he just you link up for an access and you can start like popping stuff, but then I don't know if he has a Conquistador,
Yeah.
Sanguine Conquistador play, then you could just lose your access at resolution of gaining attack.
Hmm. Well, here we go. He's going to
Well, he's doing stuff. So 3
link.
monsters, BLS? No.
Oh,
Oh,
Trisbania. Okay, that's
Trisbania.
interesting.
That's fair enough because you can make a max and just throw it away. Yeah, he has to do stuff now. He gets a Casper ad if he remembers. Yes, he does. So I'll probably
Yep.
get
There we go.
Desperado or maybe Last Stand, knowing that stuff is going to activate. Yeah, Last Stand.
Yeah,
It's
there
just
we
up a
go.
Conquistador play, popping the Trisbania. So if we get to an open game state, uh,
So, White Destiny is going to
summon
summon.
the Lord. Yeah, summons the Lord from his hand.
Yep.
It's just using them all now so they don't get banished by Trisbania, which is fair.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Oh, wow. Here we go. All of a sudden, Trisbania isn't looking so good.
Pretty cool
Hmm.
by probably Doc, but doesn't matter. It's going to get last standard for Starfire, and Starfire will get to special. I don't know why you got crossed onto your hand. You played it under Starfire. Oh no, that's right. The White Destiny triggered the dock. That's right.
Right.
And then he tried to call by the grave the dock in the graveyard to negate it, and then yeah, got last standard. So Starfire effect. I think he's got all of them. Yeah, everything else is just a bonus.
Yeah, and now it's going to trigger Trisbania. It's going to banish
Yep,
Casper and
damage.
the back row. Double or
Double or
nothing.
nothing. No, there was a bluff,
There
sort
we
of.
go. Yeah, well, yeah.
I think with public knowledge, like Daniel has a double Lord revival play, but does he get there? Like you have access code from with Trisbania to go to 53, which gets 2 pops because you have a dark and a light.
Hmm.
I don't think he's killing him this turn.
It doesn't look like it, does it?
But if he doesn't, I don't know if Daniel plays the train package. I don't think you have space for that.
No, no, definitely not.
Or just have two.
Thinking
Or have
maybe I'd assume
135
he'd play
Yugioh.
each of three of each golden land. So next turn, at the very least, he'll be able to set up two more golden lands because of the Eldlich cards in his grave.
Yeah, and then he can send one to bring back a lord. Oh, that's Savage Dragon was at 0. Then maybe he could have had it. If he makes access, pops the two lords, swings over Savage for 53, and then 27.
That is exactly 8,000.
Yeah, that would have been game, I think. But I'm not the one
Yeah.
playing.
Yeah, no, that's it. It's easy for us to sit here and say it.
I know John very well. Like, I'm sure he knows what he's doing better than I do.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Well, he made it to the top four of this tournament with magical muskets, so he must know something.
That's true. I just thought all he knew was Infernoids, so
Yeah,
he's
well.
he's impressing me. So I'm gonna have to start killing these musket guys before I can make another max.
Yeah, well.
I wonder what he
He also
drew.
wants to probably try and kill Trisbania so he can set up his disruptions as well without
Yeah.
having to worry about that.
Well, see, yeah, that's the problem. Like, Trisbania has to go because if John has some way to trigger Starfire, he can just summon the monster from the deck and under Trisbania. Yeah,
Oh,
crossed take 12. Add a card, Desperado. Oh no, it can just Desperado, it's Starfire.
yep,
Or
and then we're gonna.
Desperado the dog, get
Oh,
last
wow.
stand. And you get last stand too as dog. My god. It's
Gonna add
getting
back the Frost
destroyed.
Gnome.
So it gets 2 lands for the end phase. 1 Conquisitor, 1 Hequero. Can block 2 attacks.
Oh, here we go. So he's gonna use the. Oh,
Oh, dancing.
no. There we
GG,
go.
dancing
That's it.
middle.
GG's.
Triple DD Crow on all of the. Oh my god. And that is game.
Insane.
What a comeback. That max for 5.
Yeah, yeah. Well, no, it came out of nowhere. Like I didn't. I thought for sure Dan was winning that.
Yeah, but Dan had that. And then, yeah, 5 back row max. No wonder why this deck has a decent matchup. Like,
I guess
it's so
magical
much back
muskets are
row for
just the
him.
best deck.
Yeah. Alright. Catch you, Benji.
All right, catch you, dude. Cheers.